Neff's Canyon, a little creek bed that I always drink from and have never gotten sick. I have a hard time believing, in fact, I do not believe that drinking tap water is safer than drinking natural water. In general, of course, you have to not be an idiot and drink from dirty, obviously dirty water. And obviously, dirty water is pretty clear to distinguish from healthy, safe water. This is one of my many discoveries from questioning everything and doing the things that I question to show to myself whether I'm onto something or not. And so far, been very few things that have come from internal guidance. Okay, let's see, there's been 0 things that have come from my inner guidance that has ever led me wrong. Decided to share my wisdom and perspective and knowledge through my website and through videos when I can do that, for those that may be interested and for those that want to benefit in a similar or same way that I benefit from knowing and practicing the things that I know and practice. I'm still learning a lot, but my path is well underway with 24 years of study and practice of natural medicine and health and healing, diet and lifestyle. I have never had to take myself or any of my children in those 24 years to a medical doctor, an allopathic medicine doctor, for any reason. And the few times I went was either forced or just unnecessary. But even those I could count maybe on one hand, for sure on 2, in 24 years. Went to a naturopathic doctor once, and there's definitely some good information I got from there. But basically what I needed to do, which maybe he would have told me had he'd known the full story, but I need to get away from toxic people, and I needed to eat a real human diet, which I was not doing at the time. So I, for 15 years, was a vegan, a very strict superfood, high quality, mostly raw vegan, and obviously means I quit. I'm not doing it anymore because it was killing me. So there'll be a video and blog about that at some point for those that need confirmation on, yes, please quit doing that diet and you feel like crap because it's the diet and not cleansing or whatever other nonsense they say. I'm gonna get moving. I'm sitting down on a rock and now my butt's wet and frozen. nice, but I'm not too far from my car, so not a big deal. Gotta try not to fall in the creek, though. More wet would not be ideal. So yeah, I practice herbs and nutritional things of all sorts with myself and my kids, which unfortunately a lot of the nutritional things I did for a lot of those years were vegan-based mistakes. Mistakes-ish, because we all learn very valuable things from things we are inspired to do, and I believe it was still for a good reason. So, hey, if you're inspired to do that, go for it. But listen to what I'm telling you as far as listen to your body. When it starts to feel gross, switch it up. Please. Don't be like me. Hey, it's a benefit and a deficit that I'm really good at sticking to things. But if you're sticking to the wrong thing, yeah, not so much. So another thing I stuck to was a marriage with a very toxic person that I was very sad with for a ridiculous amount of time. For 13 years, a nightmare which is still haunting me to this day, which you'll see in my videos on the narcissistic healing, which was a very big part of my life because I was born to these types. I was born in a world filled with these types, as we all are, and married one, yay! So yeah, I've been enduring, dealing with, and growing from that nightmare. So now I'm stuck with that situation, basically, because I made humans. So a lot of my perspective and healing comes from learning how to escape a very dysfunctional and emotionally, psychologically, sexually toxic situation that was. So that is an enormous part of my healing journey and will be a big part of what led me to come to the conclusions that I've come to. I have also had 8 humans come through my body, well, 8.5, with 1 miscarriage at 4.5 months, and the others were born at home. 3 kids, my last 3, I birthed alone in my house. So there'll be videos on that. They call that unassisted birth or free birth. I homeschooled my kids, and that led to the journey of discovering unschooling, because my kids hated being forced to learn constantly things that they had no interest in. So my perspective comes from valuing that as well. Those things are now more of a parenting style than a schooling style, because when I left my ex, well, when I left him, of course, he used that against me, but my kids do have the freedom to choose to try different things, and they had already chosen to try out school before I decided to file for divorce. So that was going to happen regardless. But many of them are in that system. I've seen that it's hurt them more than helped. If it was up to me, we'd definitely be trying different things. But it's not totally up to me. So we get to have a combination of things going on. But or what is it called? Unschooling, I mean, is really passion-led learning, is really passion-led living. So that's something that regardless of whether they're in school or not, they get to do. I will facilitate them, my children, in their passions to the best of my ability, or find them people who can. So that's in my belief system. Law of attraction has been something I've studied extensively, and not 100% sold believer, because it's kind of hard to prove these things, but it kind of seems to apply. But I was raised in a Mormon family. However, I was never a believer, a goer of like as far as consistently going to church and being forced into that. I never did that. So, but that's there, and I'm sure influences me in ways that I'm not fully aware of. Let's see, what else? Well, caring for Earth, loving nature, spirituality. I'm not adhere to any particular religion, but I am very spiritual and seem to be quite fond of, defensive of the Christ fellow. However, I have my own perspectives on a lot of that does not necessarily align with what you'll hear in the church. But a lot of it does. So you'll see things that match there in my perspective. My main thing is authenticity, realness, and I don't want to have to pretend to be anything. I'm not sharing these things for any particular gain. I just have highly benefited from the things I've learned and discovered, and if it can help someone else, I want to share for any who may benefit. That's my primary purpose. And if you hit my links and you like my stuff and I get a little bit of money, that'll be super awesome. It'll all be spent on my kids and myself to live, so I can be, a good mom and raise quality humans into the future of our planet. So if that's something that you can do, or if you want to donate to me any amount of anything, that would be super appreciated, but not required. Again, I am not a rich person, but I have monetized my life via other means so that I don't have to feel the pressure of I need to make money off this, because my perspective is that when money gets in the way, especially like, oh my gosh, I actually really need it so I can pay my bills, then it can really interfere and taint things. So I'm trying my best to make sure I don't need it to come through this source. So that we don't have any contamination in the quality and authenticity of what I'm sharing. I also have studied Reiki and shamanism. And as far as that, there was definitely some, I don't know how to describe it, but movement there. So, I don't know if it was just in my head, or if there's something really there to that. but it rapidly sped my healing, not in and of itself, but because of the combination of things I was doing, which includes law of attraction stuff, meditation, becoming the manager of my mind, etc., which all happened simultaneously. Things came into my path that drastically improved my quality of health and well-being. So I can't discredit the Reiki and the shamanism as having played at least somewhat of a part in that. So that's something that, it's not like a major important aspect, but it's influenced me, and I, because of that, have made some connections with some Peruvian shamans who I sell their handmade jewelry. And so if you would like to help out by buying that helps not just me and my crew, but it also helps the shamans and their crew. And, none of us are like even close to rich, so we definitely feel it and appreciate it. And there's a lot of love and healing that we believe is in those pieces that comes from the Incan culture, which was the primary indigenous people of Peru. So you'll be bringing that beautiful, positive energy close to you to benefit your healing and journey to maintaining and keeping health as well. Weston A. Price studied diet of wild peoples, the healthiest peoples on earth. And so that is the one that I adhere to the best of my ability. As I want to be the healthiest people I can possibly be. And I want my little humans to also be as healthy as they can be. So they can go out in the world and do fun and great and contributing positively things. So as far as what we'll get out of me, dietary wise, will be of that genre and perspective. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, I think that covers it. So, if any of that seems like something that you would be interested in checking out, go to my website. There's a link in the description. Like this video, share it if you think that people can benefit from it. Seems like the internet nowadays is pretty difficult to get stuff noticed because there's a lot out there, which is good. But for those of us that don't have a huge amount of money to invest in paying for advertisements and stuff, our stuff just kind of gets unnoticed. So obviously, if what I have to offer is beneficial to people, I'd like as many people to get exposed to as possible so that they can heal and be healthy and be like thriving human beings that they are created to be, that we're all created to be. I am a pretty shy person. I don't need to expose myself or get attention, and if I didn't feel like what I have to offer was so unique and valuable, I just keep it to myself. So I think what I have to offer is pretty unique and beneficial to Earth. And so I want to do my part in helping out keep this Earth healthy and humanity thriving. So I want to do my videos where they're showing nature so you can see how beautiful your Earth is out of the city, because maybe you don't notice or realize, or maybe you haven't even been there, but like it's just right outside the city. Like this is literally, there's houses just right 2 minutes from where I'm walking. I don't know, 5 maybe. And then big old Salt Lake City. It's this beautiful little nook just right up in the mountains, and there's like a bunch of little nooks like this all around the valley here. Coming up in these natural spaces are so cleansing to your energy being, and your energy being appears, from my experience, to really be a large driving force as to you thriving. So try to just come out at first and just walk. If you can do it alone, even better, because this is just a cute little thing that people built. Love it. You know, when you come with someone, you're distracted. You're maybe trying to show off. Maybe you're trying to, you're always trying to entertain or impress. I don't know. Talking. Right now I'm talking, so this does kind of kill my nature vibe, but it's okay. But usually I'm just like in silence, walking through this amazingness, and thoughts come through me and to me, and I don't know, when I come out of this place, I'm just like in bliss. I feel so much better. You know, if I do a big long hike, 5-mile one, whatever, yeah, I'm gonna be maybe sore or tired, but like my brain's on fire, and it's a vital part to my program, what I recommend. And I have this desire to make you fall in love with your planet, because if you fall in love with your planet and realize that you're an animal part of it, that you're gonna have this burning desire and passion to take care of this beautiful Earth that we have. And you know, you'll do your part in making it stick around and not exploiting, raping, and pillaging the only planet we know of that we have. There's even question as to where there's even really an ability at all for us to leave this planet. So she's pretty cute. She gives us everything we need freely. You know, wild people, they get everything they need from nature. They're thriving. They don't have mental illness. They don't have physical ailments until they get exposed to society stuff. So I'm not at all claiming go back to like living like a wild person, though I totally could, at least for a while, and fully enjoy it. I'm saying let's take some of the nuggets they have and bring it into our world, right? So like infiltrate us with a bit of that, with the nuggets of that we can infiltrate so that we thrive within our society the way it is, and then improve the way it is so it can be more sustainable to this darling planet in which we live. And a large part of that is being healthy mentally, psychologically. So us trying to weed out mental illness, well, it's going to, you know, play a huge role in us being able to take care of our planet, because mentally ill people, or people struggling psychologically, emotionally, as well, are going to not give a rip. They're barely surviving, right? So if we can get our mental and emotional grip, you know, then we can care about, like, hey, let's recycle. Let's find ways to turn this garbage into fuel. Let's not make and use so much stuff, etc. So when I make my videos, I've been showing nature rather than myself. So I hope that's appreciated and enjoyed. This is Neff's Canyon in Salt Lake City, Utah, by the way. And I'll make videos at some point that shows me making things or whatever for people that need to see a person. But, I'm just a lady, like all the other ladies. Nothing that needs to be seen. Nothing extraordinary or special. But if you want to see pictures of me, I put them on my social media, which I don't TV, so I kind of social media a lot, because I think it's fun to share life things that I do that are fun to me. So hopefully it inspires people to maybe go do some of the same things with my oversharing at times. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything. I've completely covered everything. Just kidding. I always forget something. But yeah, any questions or concerns, suggestions, and personal assistance you might want for your own life and healing path, email me and I will do my best to guide you in the right direction for free. Totally free. Health should be free. Healing should be free. Unless otherwise volunteered. So totally don't hesitate, because I really just love sharing. I have this insatiable need and desire to share. And one last thing, just to complete the full reason why I was inspired to share also is for my own need of wanting to share. People in my personal life don't care. They don't want to do any of this stuff. And they get annoyed when I share with them. They don't want to hear it, and that's not fun. Sharing with people that want to be shared with is a total vibe kill. So I decided to put it out there for people that want to hear it, so we can all have fun sharing things that we have in common, that we all agree with. And actually share with people that care to hear what it is that I have to say. And I guess if that's nobody, or very few, that's okay too, because at least I'm able to express and put it outside myself and not bother my family, which will be grateful as well. I don't get it, but I guess to each his own. They don't like their little sister being a know-it-all all over them, or their big sister for that matter. So that's cool. We're all freedom-seeking human beings, and we all want to live our own path the way we're inspired to live it. So if any align with what I'm saying, then I want, like, my ultimate vision would be like a cool community of wild mother wisdom. What would you call it? Troops? Troops. Sounds like an army, but kind of like an army, but I like love and let live and live and let live army, where we don't force our perspective or views on anyone. This is a voluntary thing. And if your perspective is something different, you don't align with what I'm saying here, don't look over here. Okay? Don't look over here, man. Go look somewhere else. Because I don't want to be a vibe kill on anyone. And I'm not trying to argue with anyone. I'm not trying to talk anyone into doing anything they don't want to do. So that will be the conclusion of my video here. And look forward to interacting with people especially via email. and social media messaging and things. And all the links and stuff is on my website, and I guess I should put it on the description. I'm going to try to get down this hill without falling. And peace out. Do something super fun and joy filled. I'm going to go to the hot springs and soak my wet butt now. Okay. Peace out, loves. Mwah.